Ein letztes Mal herzlich willkommen zurück hier im PSI TV-Studio, zumindest für 23. Die Messe war, wir haben es jetzt mehrfach gehört, internationaler als erwartet. Das ist auch der Grund, warum ich jetzt wieder ins Englische switche für den letzten Talk. Hi Olivier, welcome to the studio.
Hi Steven.
Welcome to the PSI studio and welcome to Germany.
Yeah.
And I've just mentioned in German that it was much more international than we all expected, and we had it in the briefing. You were mentioning as well, it was much more international and much more visitors than you expected. So it was super crowded. It was full of energy, and it is still full of energy. And we have 3 o'clock on the last day. Usually, it's kind of a wrap up already.
Right.
But you can feel it's still the whispering behind us, the people talking to each other, they're networking, they're socializing, and that's close to the end of it. I think that's a pretty good sign. It's a good start into the season. Yeah, you're a last guest from Touchmore. We want to show some cool stuff. The Rubik's Cubes, I've already mentioned it a couple of times, that we will have a bit of Rubik's, but also some other cubes. And so maybe you can say a few words who you are and who Touchmore is. So let's jump in.
Okay, so we are Intermed. Intermed Asia has been in business for 25 years. And our specialty is that we use Playful products to communicate. Why? Because we are in this playful interaction. We come to pass messages that have difficulties to get through. It means that when you talk about, for example, internal communication and the company want to talk about their value or their future, this is non-necessary communication that you want to easily avoid. Or when you talk about advertising, we all want to avoid it. So that's where we're coming. And how does it work, a product from us? It's a product that is first media. It's covered, it has a surface to be covered with text and pictures, but it's also a product that it's an invitation to touch and play, and that's where it becomes quite interesting. The play value, it's what opens your mind and makes the message remembered. So we intentionally make it as an invitation to play. And of course, an invitation to play and touch. Because when you touch, you suddenly make the message tangible. And that we are after. So we have Rubik's, we have Magic Concept, we create some pen pots. All the items that we have are normally items that end up on a desk. And when it's on your desk, you don't want to give it away. You want to keep it for yourself. So it's in front of you. Again, multiple messages come, and whether you want or not, after a week, the message is in your mind. That's exactly why people are investing in those products. So the second thing is that, unlike most of the products on this fair, is that most of the products are normally designed to promote a brand. It's in brand awareness, and here you're really into a media. People use it to pass message that might be quite complex sometimes. Audi talking about his vision for 2025 is not something that you can just do with a logo. You have things to explain, and whether they want or not, at the end, it gets to people's mind. Employees, partners, and things like that. So that's what we do.
Okay, sounds pretty easy.
Well,
I know it's not that easy because there's a lot of technology, let's say, brain technology behind.
Yes, and this is where Touchmore give us quite good support, because Olaf Hartmann is a pretty expert on that. And he helped us to, in fact, understand the power of what we are doing and explain it to the clients. So that's what we do.
Okay, so let's jump into some more details maybe, because you have now shown the cube. So most of the items are a bit in the shape of a cube. And you already played with this, with that one.
That's right. So the cube is a very reassuring shape. People know it. They like it. It's been there forever. So the shape itself is quite interesting. And then these ideas of magic is the second thing. Is that I know how to manufacture it, but I'm always surprised to be able to do that again and again and again. And Rubik's is quite the same. I mean, it's been there for forever. And especially in our time where things are moving super fast, whether economically or socially, having an icon of something that has been there forever, it's something that people like it. It's anti-social media communication, that's something you can touch, and people like it. So that's why Rubik's has been doing better and better. Magic Concept has been there for 20 years as well. And we continue to develop other shapes that has the same aspect, the same power.
And in the meantime, beside that, everyone wants to play with it, and then realizing maybe even better and deeper about the stories, about the fact you want to transport to someone. You can also link it to the digital world, right?
Completely.
And we already did with a couple of projects, we did it.
Exactly.
Which is super amazing to see how easily it works without any kind of app. Just scan it and you will get digital content in any kind of way.
Exactly. And that's very important because it makes even the digital content tangible. It's make it magic first because you still come from a physical product and not from your keyboard. But yes, you're right. I mean, with QR code, with augmented reality, I mean, you name it, there is now ways to link physical to digital.
Okay. Let's talk about the Rubik's, because I think Rubik's is such an iconic piece, item, brand, however you want to name it. Everyone, I think, in the world knows it, knows the little cube. A few people can really handle it. They can solve the problem once it is twisted. You can do it?
I can do it.
Blind?
I mean, I can do it.
You close your eyes and you can do it? Or?
No, I don't have to close your eyes. I have, you know, there's two ways of doing the Rubik's. The stupid one where you have algorithm and then in 2 minutes you can manage, and then you have the speed cubers, but I'm not one of them.
Okay.
So, no, this product is quite magic. It's true that it carries a number of values, value of cleverness, values of complexity as well, and also a value of coolness. I mean, it's super cool, it's good memories, I mean, all of that. And Rubik's, in fact, we had the feeling that it had disappeared for a while because we remember playing with it. I remember playing with it when I was young. Intermed had bring it back, and then people realized that Rubik's has never disappeared. And now Rubik's, it's getting, as I say, it's an icon, and it's getting more and more attraction. And it's getting attraction, I mean, organically. It's not that it's been pushed by any advertising campaign. It's there forever. And in 2024 will be the 50th anniversary of Rubik's, so be ready to hear more about Rubik's in the coming 2 years.
Okay. Same here. I can see there's AR sign on it, so you can also include any kind of digital content to the old-fashioned 50 years old Rubik's.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, the AR is used for two reasons. Either you want to add magic to the product, and then you are invited to use your phone to play with it and have suddenly a digital content that may be a video or just a logo that you can touch and play. That's what we do. Adding magic to the product so that the message gets more remembered. Okay,
so we did it for our CSA campaign. So we invited all our customers to that show, to our universe. So it's the Cyber Group Space Agency. And we did the Rubik's with an AR. And so if you scan it, there is coming up a shuttle. The shuttle is opening, and then an arm comes out of the shuttle, and then you can click it, and then you will directly link to our website, which belongs then to the show. So that was the combination of having a cool, iconic item like the Rubik's with the play idea, but combined with a super cool digital version and AR solution. And all our customers, they were super crazy about it. They were like, hey, that's a pretty cool idea. I never thought that this is possible and that easy, because usually you have to download an app and it's super complex and you have to register and all that stuff. But you have a solution behind a cloud solution. On top, the cloud solution makes it super easy because you can easily update more or less every minute. You can update the content, so there's no need to have a fixed content with the item.
Exactly.
So you can use it for any kind of campaigns, or if you want to do, let's say, a follow-up.
Exactly. You can invite people to scan it every week and have a different content if you really want that.
Yeah,
so anything make it possible.
That's pretty cool. Let's talk a bit about materials.
Yeah.
I can see that there are a few.
I just bring those to as a show to a way to show what we can do. In fact, Rubik's was at the beginning personalized with labels. So labels, definitely you can print it, but then now we are starting to work on far more interesting solutions. We currently work with a very famous brand doing jeans. Okay. And we are about to create a product, a Rubik's with jeans material on it.
Okay.
You have here a solution with ceramic. This one was more a retail solution, but with Touchmore, we are working on a solution that could be a very cool promotional solution.
Yeah.
Something
and we are also involved in that project.
Okay, so that's very good. This one was just an example. It's quite the extreme. Yeah. This one was made by Yves Saint Laurent and sold 600 US.
Okay. Wow.
But anyway, it's just a way to show that there's no limit to what you can do with Rubik's. We can make it in metal, we can make it in ceramic, we can make it in fabric, we can make everything. So it's part of the added value and the magic of it.
Okay. So let's talk a bit about sustainability. Is there any progress when we talk about sustainability, or is there already some sustainability in it?
So, in fact, for the last 20 years, we've been using, within manufacturing, the promotional Rubik's in recyclable plastic. So we were visionary, but also because that has been the material we've been using for forever. So there is already some sustainability on it. It's just that we are here to remind them. But sustainability for us, it's a really big engagement. We really want not to stop at recycled plastic, and that's why if you come to our booth, you will see our very new Magic Cube, which is made of PHA. PHA, it's a plastic material that is biodegradable. If it goes into the sea, it will degrade and it will leave no microparticle in the water. And if it goes in the ground, same, that will not harm the planet. So, so that's something which is very advanced. It's more expensive, of course, but this is the future. The plastic, the PHA is also something that you can recycle. So we believe that this is the direction. As we are doing a lot of plastic items, it is our job to find alternative solutions. So this is the first one.
Okay, cool. Let's talk about MOQs and maybe some kind of lead times for a cube, a Rubik's. I don't know if they have the same.
In general, for a standard Rubik's with label or magic concept, it takes about 3 weeks in normal time, of course. So 3 weeks plus transportation. We do have for Rubik's facilities to label it in Poland, just to shorten the time, but expect to have 2 to 3 weeks. One thing super important, it sounds obvious, but the whole panel can be personalized. We just need to have 6 images for the Rubik's, and here we just need to have your artwork that comes with, we deliver the template, you just fill it, and we create the label. So every item we do are fully personalizable. Okay, so Touchmore can help you to create sometimes your storyline and everything. But otherwise, if you do have an agency, then we'll be happy to take their work.
Okay. So for the Magic Cube, I know it's not that easy for a classic agency, because there's a special, let's say, algorithm behind to really make it.
You're right, but we are helping them by, you have a template, but we create 3D rendering as soon as we have the template. On Rubik's, it's even more easy. We have an online platform where you can, in less than a minute, in 30 seconds, you upload your pictures. You've got your cube, and you can even play with it online.
I know.
So that makes it easy.
And we did the same with our Rubik's. So you can check it online, you can play with it, which is also beside the physical one, the digital one is super easy and super smart.
No, so really creation, I mean, it might be complex, but we have all the tools to help.
Yeah.
And we are there for that.
Okay. Is there any kind of restriction when we talk about the Rubik's, when we're talking about brands? Is there
on Magic Concepts, there's no restriction, but on Rubik's, because Rubik's belongs to a toy brand, it belongs to Spin Master, which is one of the top players in the toy industry. We have restrictions, so no alcohol, no weapon, no political or religious content, but the rest of it, there's no issue.
So whenever someone wants to do something for a customer, would be helpful to first check with you, with Olaf and his team. Okay, does the brand really...
Olaf has all the information. They will look at it. They will immediately guide them if there is an area that we cannot touch with Rubik's. But they have all the details. They will help to make sure there's no issues at the last minute.
Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. There are some more of these cubes. Maybe you want to show also because there are more, let's say, office equipment.
That's right. Some people says, we like the cube, but there's no use. So we say, you know what? We're going to create product that has use. This one, it's a pen pot. This is the best billboard that you can have. Large surface of communication, again, magnets, so that's a good thing. The other one, it's multiple shape. It might be a cube, so again, product that will be on your desk, and whether you want or not, you will end up touching it and playing with it again and again. That's what we do.
Okay. And finally, let's talk about packaging, because you also brought one sample where we can also see how complex the packaging could look like.
Yeah.
Packaging is getting more and more important. It's not only having a cool item and just hand it over as it is. So it's more like, okay, it's a bit of brand experience. So unpacking, unboxing, we all know it from the iPhone.
Yep.
And I would say created a bit of, a futuristic approach, let's say. So also packaging is, in the meantime, for us, it's super essential.
Completely. So packaging, we can, for every item that we do, we can have a color box, like we can have a white box or a craft box. It all depends on the first message that you want to send before the people see the product. The second message, because it's very important, when you talk about a product which is made of recycled plastic, it's good to be able to do it. It's even better if you can leverage from it. So we invite people to use our little insert that, in that case, say that it's made of recycled and biodegradable material, but we have little insert that costs very little, that says as soon as people receive it, this product is made of recycled paper. And nowadays, it's super important, especially the young generation. They only want to work with people that are thinking the same as you. And if you're not in the same thinking, they want to go away. So it is a chance to tell them that we all think the same, that when prior to the message they're going to receive, they have to know that we care about the planet. We are on the same page.
Okay, yeah, cool. What is your favorite item? Is there a special shape or special brand? Is it a Rubik's or?
My heart, I mean, I always love Magic Concept and the Magic Cube, because there's a lot of magic here. I mean, again, I know how to manufacture it, but I'm also surprised to see how it works. So this one is my favorite. Now, it's true that Rubik's give us far more flexibility. I was mentioning a cube made of jeans. I'm also working with cubes made of, valuable metal for some luxury brand. You've seen this one made of strass. I mean, that's unlimited possibility there. And also, it's allowed you to play with weights. This one is made of ceramic. It's heavy,
Yeah.
and suddenly the perception value is higher. So Rubik's gives you this flexibility, and it's true that it's more creative for me that is the one manufacturing it. So my heart is between Rubik's and Magic Cube.
Okay, that's the kids part, that's the business part of you.
Yeah. But this one is the magical part of it. This one
Yeah.
is an icon.
Yeah.
I mean, it's well known, but this one is pure magic because again, you know how it works, but in fact, you never really know how it works.
Okay, so what was your favorite cube you ever did? Is there any special campaign, without mentioning the brand, but was there something where you say that was from the content of the cube that was super nicely done and it was iconic for you?
I think that's the one that, we've done many and with different artwork, but what I like is when you have a cube that is part of a whole message. We worked with Touchmore on an onboarding kit, which is a kit including a mug, a cube, and a notebook. And I love this one because first, the box itself is very nice, and because it carries so many messages for a newcomer, especially now that we work at distance. Not every day, but part of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, the coffee machine communication is not very effective nowadays. So when a brand has something to say, it's nice to arrive with something valuable and full of message. So I like that kind of approach.
Yeah.
And we have to do more.
Absolutely, I know what you're talking about. So I know about the box itself because we're also involved in that project as well. So we brought the people together from the pen supplier, the book supplier, and the mug supplier, and then everything was assembled in a nice box. And it not worked out as good as we all hoped that it will work out. And the question is why? Sometimes it's not the right time when you launch something. And we were already discussing about that. We have to re-promote it. Did you had it here on the booth?
I had it on the booth.
And how was the feedback? Was it good?
Well, I mean, we use it as a good, a way to explain how people can use it. I think that one of the reasons why you didn't have the success that you thought you will have, it's just about timing. You know, this change of behavior of the young generation. Suddenly, you have the feeling that it popped up after the COVID. The truth is that it came gradually, but brands have difficulties to realize that they have to invest in internal communication, in communication to the network. They don't realize that because it's a question of age. Our generation doesn't. We used to not to beg, but to thank brands for employing us, and now this is the other way around. Young generation choose the people they want to cooperate and work with.
We have to. The companies have to apply to get people.
Exactly.
It's a total change.
But the companies doesn't realize that they have to invest there if they want to generate energy. They have to do it. So
absolutely.
Question of timing.
I'm totally with you, and I think so. We will re-push it. We will after the show. We already told Olaf and all the other who were involved that we will re-push it again, trying to really make some numbers. And to grow the revenue on that welcome box, because I really love the idea, and also I love the overall execution. So the whole quality of the box is super high end. And I think it's every single euro worth to really invest into that such a box.
No, completely.
Thanks, Olivier.
Thanks to you.
If you're happy, I'm happy. We are done.
Thanks a lot.
We're done with that talk, but we are also more or less done with the show.
Okay.
A bit of wrap up now for all of us. We can already hear some bottles clicking around, and it's getting more and more empty. And so thanks a lot. Thanks for your time.
Welcome. Thanks for inviting me.
Thanks for stopping by. And wherever you will go now or later today, have a safe trip.
Thanks a lot.
And we will see you. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Welcome.
Das war PSI Digital, PSI TV 2023. Wir hatten über 20 Talkgäste, 3 spannende Tage, 3 anstrengende Tage durchaus. Ich möchte die Chance nicht vermissen, einmal dem Superteam im Hintergrund zu danken. Hier hinten sitzt eine tolle Regie. Wir haben ein tolles Team, die sich um Social Media gekümmert haben. Wirklich einen fantastischen Job jetzt 3 Tage lang, über 10 Stunden am Tag, von morgens um 8 bis abends um 7 hier im TV-Studio hinter sich gebracht haben, mir die Chance gegeben haben, tolle Talkgäste hier begrüßen zu dürfen, tollen Content zu kreieren. Ich möchte es nicht verpassen, dem PSI-Team um Petra Lazan Danke zu sagen. Danke, Petra, dass wir diesen digitalen Content für euch produzieren durften, dass wir gemeinsam durch diese Corona-Zeit die Idee weitergetragen haben und dass wir hier so ein essentieller Bestandteil des PSI und des Erfolgs 2023 sein durften. Ich glaube und weiß, dass die PSI und die Stimmung zeigt es, back ist, dass das Format weiter funktioniert, dass es vielleicht 24 auf dem Erfolg aus 23 aufbauen kann. Und ich denke, alle Kritiker da draußen sollten noch mal genau überlegen, ob man 24 vielleicht dann doch lieber dem Format noch mal Unterstützung zukommen lässt, anstatt Kritik. Ich würde es mir wünschen, es ist wichtig, es ist die internationale Leitmesse unserer Branche. Und das ist auch noch mal der Appell seitens dem Vorsitzenden in mir, auch an unsere Branchenmitglieder in Deutschland. Unterstützt das Format doch bitte. Es ist wirklich ein gutes Format für uns als Branche international. Und ich sage vielen lieben Dank. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Danke fürs Durchhalten. Ich weiß, es war viel Content, den wir kreiert haben. Wird alles im Nachgang in der Planet Advertising Mediathek dann nochmal zu sehen sein. Meine Stimme hat gehalten. Das beruhigt mich am meisten. Und in dem Sinne, vielen lieben Dank. Und in dem Sinne, ja, bis hoffentlich 24. Danke, ciao, ciao und tschüss. Mir hat Spaß gemacht. Ciao.